Alright, just got our next PC build dropped off. Let's go ahead and unbox it. Alright, I like this packaging, it is pretty good. Go ahead and get this box out of here. So this is the HP Elite 800 G1 tower. It's got a i5 4590, which is the best 4th Gen i5, and it's got a 16 gigabytes of RAM. Did not come with a hard drive, but we got one of those coming, and we have a RX 460 dropping into this. Still waiting on those. We'll go ahead and show you a little overview of this PC desktop. Alright guys, so this is the desktop we're going to be using for this $100 gaming PC build. So I got an HP Elite, Elite Desk 800. The G1, there's like, I think it goes up to 3. But these PCs, for like the i5s, i7s, i3s, the i5 would probably be the most common one. They're super easy, super cheap to pick up on like eBay. That's where I got this one from. It was $45, and that was without the hard drive, but it has 16 gigabytes of RAM and i5. And while I was picking up the other parts for it, they sent me an offer for $40. I didn't even make an offer. They offered $40. So I picked this PC up for, with tax, it was like $44, I think, or a little bit less, like $43. So we have 4 USBs. We have USB 3, USB 2. We have headphone jacks. We do have a disc player for the old school guys. And I just realized, because I've not dealt a whole lot with these HP, but it's got, you can sit this sideways. It's got these little grommets here, so you can sit this PC on its side. That's pretty cool. So your disc drive will sit upward. Let's go and look at the back and see what I/O we have on the rear. Alright, so now we're on the rear here, and I'm going to have to look and see if they gave me a power cord. I have extra ones, you know, there's the little 3-prong. But I'm about to see this seller, that's down bad if they didn't give me a power cord. You know, we got the old PS2 plugs. We have 2 more USB. We have a display port. 2 display ports. That's actually crazy. In case, of course, your Ethernet display port, DVI. We have DVI input, which I don't know if anyone's ever used that. We have 2 more USB 3s. And we have 2 more USB 2s. Then we have headphone jacks. And we'll have to see what this bad boy right here is. I'm going to open this thing up, see what it looks like inside. Alright, so now we're going to look on the inside of this PC, and it was pretty dirty on the outside, just dust. But, whoa, okay, ain't bad. Yeah, like that right there was just a little adapter. That wasn't it doesn't even go in the PCI lanes. Controller. SATA power. Okay, so I see the hard drive. That actually wasn't a hard drive cage. That was a little plastic thing. So this has rechangeable PCI like protectors there, where your graphics card, you take those out. I have a whole drawer full of those for Dells. We have a bunch of hard drive storage. You could also put a bigger or more disk drives in here. No one's going to do that though. A beefy HP, that's one thing. They always use such beefy coolers. We have SATA. I don't see any kind of a Molex, thank God. They did include the 2 SATA cables, the data cables, which are good. Most times they don't take those out. It's kind of cringe they do. For power supply, for upgrading, we have, let's see how many watts this is. 320 watt, which is not much. It's like about the same as all of these OEM desktops. But you can, it has 5, because one is your boot. You have 5 SATA data connectors on here. I do believe you can buy adapters to make more. I don't think no one's going to be putting more than 5 hard drives in here. It does have the 2 sticks of RAM. I'm just going to pop one of them out. Let's see, yeah, it's just a Samsung RAM. And it is 8 gig sticks. We'll have to see if we can drop 32 in this thing. I have 32 gigs laying around here somewhere. We'll have to see if we can get that in. And we're going to drop our graphics card in this lane when that comes. We have a hard drive for it. I'll go ahead and download Windows 10 when I get the hard drive. So yeah, we'll continue and get the rest of our parts in. Alright, got the graphics card and the hard drive in. Let's go ahead and open these up. I bought I actually got 3 hard drives because it was a bundle for, I believe it was like $11 for all 3, and they're 320 gigabytes. These are here the graphics card looking at first. And I have bought this card before, an RX 460. I bought the same model too. This is like a HP. These are the ones that they designed for the HP desktop, so I don't have like a fancy shroud on them, but they perform just as good. And it's a fairly newer card. It's 2 gigs, but it's actually really good. And this is the hard drive, but open these up. Yep. So there's actually laptop hard drives. They're smaller, but 312 gigs, and they work. You just got your SATA power, your SATA data. They still work. You just have to screw them in so that they don't mount in the cage. But this HP doesn't have cages anyway, so it's alright. Alright, first thing we're going to do before any upgrades is we're going to go ahead and take this CPU cooler off, and we're going to do some thermal paste. Because this is probably never been changed, which isn't a big deal for a desktop. Like if you're just using it for average stuff, you know, if you have it for 10 years and you never change it, it's not a big deal, but it should be changed if you're going to be gaming. And it shows you how weird HP is for using these. I have to use a flathead instead of a normal Phillips. It's very weird. That's how she's looking. And she doesn't look that bad on the cooler, but I can see we've been ran dry on the CPU here. I'm going to go ahead and grab something to wipe it off. We'll also do a processor confirm. Yep, i5-4590. That is correct. Just cracked open a brand new pack of thermal paste here. There we go. Get that plastic off. Alright, so we come off. If you do thermal paste, there's several different methods. There's the X method, which is just way too messy. I just like to put a decent little circle in the middle there. Not like that. And also, now I'm going to clean the cooler. You don't have to put it on the cooler. It'll spray out itself. Make sure you clean the cooler just like I did the processor, like a baby wipe or something. Then you can stick it back together. Clean. Make sure you stick it back on there. Look, see where your wire is, CPU header is. So you make sure you put it on there right. Plug in, there we go. Grab our flathead because HP is just weird like that. And make sure that, you probably noticed when I took it apart, make sure you do corners so you don't bend any CPU pins. That would be bad. Alright, first thing you're going to do is you're going to take it right here on this HP desktop, push here, this will flip down. When that flips down, let this right here move. Then you can pull your PCI lanes out. We're going to be putting the graphics card in this top lane here, so we're going to take and pull these 2 top ones out. And you can save these in case you ever need them or not. I have a bunch of them for Deltaplexes. I'll probably save those though in case I have another HP. So let's grab the card and slap it in there. Here's our RX 460. Go ahead and open this up. Be careful. Probably touch the frame. You don't want to electrocute the card here with static electricity. But it's in this bag. These bags protect it. And these cards right here, high quality, even though they don't look as good as other models. You can get these for under $40, 2 gigs, because they're just, this is the HP model, and these are made for, this is like an OEM version. It's made for, you know, HP gaming computers that comes in, but you can get them super cheap and new, but versus having like a Asus or something like that that has a nice shroud on it. Only difference, it performs just as well. It just has a bigger heat sink and just one fan instead of having the shroud. Alright guys, so I dropped the camera down a little bit. We have the 2 spots removed, and we have our PCI. You see the black one there? The black one gets the most power. If you was to put in the white one, it would still work, but it wouldn't be as strong. So you're probably not going to have this in the way, but this one has, you're going to pop that out like that. Move it out of the way temporarily. Then we'll stick it into the PCI lane. Then just push down like that. And I'm probably going to grab a screw nut, actually. And then the green things we popped out, just push them back in. Hear them click, and then it'll hold the graphics card in there. It ain't going nowhere. Now, we got to put our hard drive in. We're going to boot it up. You have to download the driver for this graphics card. And also slap this back in place. 320 gigabyte Toshiba. It's a laptop drive, but it works. They'll work fine. You just have to make sure you use the screw holes here. And you can't slide it into like the little tray, but there ain't a tray in this one anyway, so we'll go ahead and get it screwed in. Alright guys, right there we have our screw holding the hard drive in. So now we're going to take our SATA power, plug one of those right into here. Then we're going to take one of our data cables. Let's see, the boot looks like it is this one right here. It's marked by the dark green. Take it and plug it right in there. And then we're ready to download Windows and get this thing running. Alright guys, that's the $100 PC complete. It gets about 100 FPS in Fortnite Pro settings, about 60 in Apex, and 144 in CSGO. So, drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe. I have more PC builds coming soon. Thanks for watching.